No, we just don't need a motion.
Okay, let's move to the end okay.
We can do all this.
Personnel Police Department, one reassignment and 2 step increases.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Public Works, Mr. Simpson, you say you got it good and you're ready to sign?
Yeah, there were 2 very, very minor changes in the architect contract. I've spoken to everybody.
Excuse me, the utility partner?
Utility Department.
Hush me. Utility partners, I'm sorry, old habit. One of them had to do with the indemnity. As the sovereign, we can't agree to indemnify. So there's some wording. The way you usually satisfy that is you say, to the extent allowed by law, we'll indemnify you for anything that we can. That's not much, but to the extent that it's legal, it's okay. So they agreed to put that in there. There was also a paragraph in there that talked about collective bargaining, and we just added the words in there that in addition to review, we must approve that if that comes to pass.
If someone tried to organize a union and
yeah, because the government does not have to do that. If they do, we have to approve it, or it would basically be submitting us to that law that we're not.
Do we need the board to take any action? Are you just going to?
Not really. The board already approved it.
We can sign.
The board already approved it, subject to my review, and I just wanted the board to know we looked at those 2 things and made those 2 minor
So
changes.
you're good for the mayor to execute?
Yes.
Okay. All right, second. All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Unfinished business, temporary easement cul-de-sac, Old Savannah.
Mayor, I keep putting that on agenda after agenda, but it is in their hands, and I'm sensing positive reaction, so let me table it again until I have more info on
Do you want me
it.
to go ahead and put it on the next one?
Let me call you.
Okay. Set up separate water sewer accounts for the new duplex. Frank Oliver. I don't know if we ever got that settled. We're going to have to probably move on past that. Frank, in the audience. Nope. Hallway. Frank.
Just no action on this?
No action tonight. Kenny Lane. Alderman Relation.
I had a meeting with all the players on that earlier this week, and asked utility partners to go out and re-verify a considerable amount of information. Saw on my email that Daryl has sent me that. I just need to get back with them, the city engineer Daryl and the developers, and finalize it. There's no action here tonight. We had it on the agenda in case this past meeting turned unfruitful, but it did not, so we're in good shape on that.
Okay, thank you. Property cleanup, environmental court, Alderman Cooley.
Just some comments and questions. I saw in the news recently that Gulfport has instituted their environmental court, and they claim that they can have turnaround in 10 days from a complaint to court date or served, or whatever the proper term is. And I know we had discussed this in the past, and it was the opinion of our city judge that he didn't feel it necessary to have an environmental court for our city, that he would be able to do it in his courtroom. That was our last discussion.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess I'm looking for an update, and if that is still the opinion, I'd like to reconsider that and see how the court is able to do it a whole lot quicker than we are, and to get started on it.
Can I give you what I know?
Check.
Because I don't think
Claire is not in town. She had to go out of town.
Okay.
But she said they're just really
They're right on the
tweaking.
cusp,
They're right
they're tweaking it right now, how to run the court.
So we are going to have a separate court.
Because the last discussion was no, there was not going to be an environmental court.
That was Joe.
If I might, Mr. Mayor, the suggestion was made, I don't know about where from, but the suggestion was made that they have a specific day each month.
Exactly.
Do nothing but these environmental issues, and that way you wouldn't get bogged up in the traffic tickets and the DUIs, and you could get to them. And the judge said he did not feel that was necessary. He didn't think it would bog down his court doing these, and he could get to them in the regular course of the existing court dates, and so he did not separate out a separate date. Gulfport, just because of their size and their resources, I don't think that they could do it the way we're doing it. That's not to say that we couldn't impose upon Judge Roth to have a special setting. I mean, it'd be easy enough to do.
Well, I think that, see, I thought that they had gone back to a special day, you know.
They may have, didn't tell me, but I would have no reason to be involved in it.
Police officers over here are
Or shaking their
shaking their
heads.
head, no.
No, a little bit, we had a meeting a week and a half ago, and they were gonna use our court days that we have, so it was not gonna be a special court day.
All right.
But I've been to
Those courts and they're long
and they bring the prisoners from Harrison County jails, and they're not there. I mean, it's not a fun issue. I was there to testify in the case, not for any other reason, but it was not a fun-filled Friday that I sat there that morning, and, environmental, prisoners from Harrison County Jail, two totally different issues that should be addressed.
I'd like to, I agree totally with you, Judy. I think we need to do something. It's been 4.5 years, 4 years and plus a few months. We need to move beyond Katrina and get this stuff cleaned up. We're about to have, it is,
I'm talking about this environmental court thing is moving on. They just tweaking it, so they try to conduct it correctly.
can we get Judge Rock to come in, like,
Talk to the
For
board.
our
Yeah.
next meeting,
Sure.
could we move that
tell
to?
us what's going on? Because I know you guys have brought it up several times.
Yeah, I mean, it's been going on now for 2.5 months, and we still don't have a
Well,
My
let me tell you
understanding is
something
we are
about
working on
Gulfport. Gulfport did it a year.
A year.
I'm just saying, they're saying they can do something, have something done in 10 days, and I'm just curious what it is they can do that we can maybe try to do as well. I mean, start getting
And we want to do that. We want to get the turnaround.
I spoke to Claire this morning, to what she was saying, they're right at the very verge. They got a couple things they need to tweak to do in environmental court, is my understanding.
That's the way she
I'd like to make a motion that we would
have him here.
request Judge Rath, Roth, and Claire attend our next meeting and give us some kind of presentation of what the plan is for the environmental court, or whatever we call it.
I'd like to, for 11, okay, I have a motion.
But I'm not finished with my motion. But I would also request that they give us some kind of presentation on where they stand in each ward with the number of complaints, how many have been addressed, ignored, some kind of spreadsheet or something that we can look at for our wards and say, here's your complaints, here's where we stand on them.
You're talking about like for Claire to do that, not Judge Rock.
Right,
Claire.
but I'm asking
So
Claire
that's a
to come
separate,
as
that's a
part of
separate
this
issue.
presentation as well.
Yeah, but I mean, she needs to be directed what she's supposed to have when she comes. So we want a
Okay,
spreadsheet
by ward
by
of
ward.
complaints and the status of the complaints.
Right.
All right, then it's a motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Bernie, second, all opposed, any opposed? Motion carried.